Alright folks, today I want to do something a little bit different. Today I want to talk about Hawaii Revised Statute 291C-164, Procedure Upon Arrest. And yes, you are under arrest when you're pulled over, and all traffic is criminal in the state of Hawaii. Okay, so I'll get to that in just a little bit. So here we go. Procedure upon arrest, except when authorized or directed under state law to immediately take a person arrested for a violation of any of the traffic laws before a district judge, any authorized police officer upon making an arrest for violation of the state traffic law shall take the name, address, driver's license number of the alleged violator and the registered license number of the motor vehicle involved, and shall issue to the driver in writing a summons or citation, hereinafter described, notifying the driver to answer the complaint to be entered against the driver at a place and at a time provided in the summons or citation. All right, so let's go over that just for a little bit. First of all, if you are arrested for a traffic violation, it specifically says to take a person immediately before a district judge, not down to the police station to be processed and then, booked and then released on bond. Your right is to go immediately before a district judge. You demand that right if you are ever arrested for a traffic offense in the state of Hawaii. Okay? If not, they have violated your rights to due process, and it constitutes aggravated kidnapping and several other offenses. You can look those up in your states or here in Hawaii, find out what other violations there are. Okay, but this is the part here that I want to really go over. Authorized police officer upon making an arrest for a violation of the state traffic law shall take the name, address, driver's license. Okay, driver's license number. How do they get that? They ask you for your driver's license, registration, and insurance. That's what they ask. Okay, at that point you are under arrest. So right there. Okay, upon making an arrest. Okay, so what the state of Hawaii is doing here is they are authorizing a police officer to violate your constitutional rights, or I shouldn't say constitutional rights, your inalienable rights to due process and not to be a witness against yourself. It's also a violation of the Fourth Amendment. Illegal search and seizure, okay? All this information that they get from you, unless if you voluntarily hand it to them, is inadmissible in court under the exclusion rule. See MAP v. Ohio, MAPP versus Ohio, okay? It's the exclusionary rule, folks. All right, so if you have been arrested or given a ticket and they ask you for this information, and let's just say your driver's license is expired, then they give you a ticket for that. Inadmissible, folks, only if you give them the information freely. But what really concerns me here is that the statute should read, upon making an arrest for a violation of the state traffic laws, the officer shall read to the alleged violator their Miranda rights. Okay? That's what the law is. Once you're under arrest and they want to continue the investigation, they have to notify you of your legal status and also of your rights, which is not being done here. And this statute here violates higher law, United States Supreme Court rulings, and it allows the officer to get information afterwards. Well, I just like to remind everybody that all that information is not admissible, okay? So you got to fight it, okay? Now, all traffic is criminal, at least in the state of Hawaii, and I'm sure in other states too. You'll just need to look at your rules of penal procedure for your particular state, okay? And here we go. This here is Hawaii Rules of Penal Procedure, okay? Now let's go on down here to Rule 2.1, Classification of Proceedings, okay? Now, up here, you're going to see, let me scroll down here just a little bit, okay? classifications of proceedings. All criminal proceedings shall be divided into the following classes. Traffic. Traffic is the very first classification. That makes all traffic cases criminal, and your rights that are federally protected, federally acknowledged, federally recognized should be adhered to. Okay? So being that it's criminal, when they place you under arrest, for one, that makes this criminal. I don't care what they say. I don't care what it's on the ticket. I don't care what the judge tells you. This right here states that all criminal proceedings or all traffic proceedings are criminal. Okay? Simple enough. So you need to be aware of these things. All right? You need to be able to stand up for your rights. Our cops, our state legislature, and our judiciary are gaming the people. All right? This is fact here. You can look this up for yourself. It's Hawaii Revised Statute 291C 164, okay, procedure upon arrest. Most states have this as well, okay. It might be some other title, it'll most likely be some other statute, but it will be in your traffic code, okay. So if anybody needs any more information on this, please feel free to contact me. I have a script from a friend that helps you out when you are pulled over, and it basically sets them up for some federal lawsuits. All right, it's a very powerful script, and I'll be glad to send you a copy of it, or let you know where you can obtain one for yourself. Okay, this is what people need to know. Our system is violating our rights, and they're authorizing officers to violate our rights, and we need it to stop. You know, I'm not condoning going out and drinking and driving. I don't drink, I don't smoke pot, I don't do drugs, I don't do anything, okay? I'm not condoning any of that. What I am condoning is that people need to know their rights. You need to familiarize yourself and understand that our system is going against our rights. They're authorizing the rights, and basically it is collusion. It's a conspiracy. More than one person here is violating your rights here, and they're knowingly violating your rights. And if they don't know, ignorance of the law is no excuse. You can look that up as well. Okay, so like I said, if you want any more information, please feel free to contact me. I'm pretty well versed in this stuff. I've had several cases, you know, both for myself, my wife, my kid, and other people, all dismissed, you know, for various reasons, whether it's traffic, whether it's criminal, whatever. Okay, so just be aware. I just want everybody to know this. And once again, it's Hawaii Revised Statute 291C 164. All right, aloha, mahalo for watching.